Okay, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Grabe po itong debate nitong si Ses Drilon, itong news anchor sa One News PH. Si Ses Drilon at saka itong si Jimmy Bondok. Grabe ang mainit na debate nila sa interview. Alam nyo guys, sa totoo lang, itong mga news anchor na ito, wala na silang respeto dito sa mga ini-interview nila. Sa totoo lang, wala na silang respeto. Yun bang tatanungin, ini-invite nyo yung abogado ni Senator Bato de la Rosa para interviewin nyo sa show ninyo. Tapos kung hindi ninyo nagugustuhan yung sagot ng itong si Jimmy Bondok, ay didibatihin mo. Parang tatanungin mo na ng tatanungin, napaghalataan, walang problema sa magtanong. Pero wag naman masyadong magpa-obvious na dilawan kayo. 'Di ba? Sa akin dito, grabe po ang bias nitong babaeng itong si Ses Drilon. Pasensya na po ma'am ha, pero alam nyo guys, itong mga news anchor na mga bias, ito yung isa sa mga pinaka dahilan kung bakit ang bansa natin ngayon ay divided. Nag-away-away na. Oh, sa totoo lang, ako po'y nalulungkot sa bansang Pilipinas kasi wala na po tayong unity. Alam naman po natin na ang bansang ito divided po sa paniniwala natin sa mundo ng politika. We have our own beliefs. Kaya isa po sa mga ibiniblame ko dito, media. Media talaga. Walang problema kaming mga vloggers. Kaya ang mga vloggers talaga, bias naman talaga yung mga vloggers. Di ba? Ako bias, meron akong bias. Pero ikaw media ka, ang trabaho mo, magbalita. Kaya nga, tinatawag kayong media. Middle, gitna kayo. Okay? Yan po ang natutunan ko because yung unang panahon, ang media, ibig po sabihin ng media is you have to take both sides. Okay? Kunan mo yung kung meron kang balita, meron pong argumento, both parties, pakikinggan mo. Pakikinggan mo itong side na ito. Tapos pakikinggan mo itong side na ito. Ngayon, ang media ngayon, kinokontra nila yung ini-interview nila. Anong klase? Wala na silang respeto. Mamaya ipapakita ko yung video na yan kung paano sinagot ni Jimmy Bondok itong bias na si Ses Drilon na ito. Talagang uminit ang kanilang interview. Okay? Tapos sa pangalawang video ay magre-react tayo at gawa tayo ng opinion patungkol po dito sa PNP chief na sinabi nilang wala pong bala na pumasok sa going inside the Senate Hall. 'Di ba? All shots fired from the insides raw. So pinagbibintangan nila na lahat usaa ang nagpaputok palabas. So nagpalabas na sila. Alam ko naman damage control na naman itong ginagawa nila, pero sige, atin pong gawa ng reaction video na yan. Kasi alam naman po natin na damage control ang ginawa nila kasi napahiya na sila sa taong bayan. Ang gagawin nila ngayon, todo sila tanggi. At todo sila turo sa Senado na sila ang Senado yung may kasalanan, ganon, ganyan. Yan ang trabaho nila Okay? So, bago ang lahat guys, paki-like muna at saka paki-share itong video natin para kakalat ito sa taong bayan. At sa mga first time na nanunood dito sa aking channel, mag-subscribe na po kayo kasi libre lang po ang mag-subscribe, walang bayad yan. Updated pa kayo sa ating mga trending na balita. At bago natin simulan yan, gusto ko munang i-greet ang ating mga kababayan natin all around the world who are always watching here sa Don Mar TV. Ayan, yung ating mga si Nilo Lampera. Good morning, Sir Donmar TV. Watching Sampaloc, Manila. Parang magkapatid si Dilima at si Luistro. Tama nga. Hello, Sir Nilo. Sabi ni Albert Caminade, magandang gabi po, Sir Donmal. Always watching from Moises Padilla, Negros Occidental. From Moises Padilla. Ikaw ba, Moises Padilla ka ba? I don't know. So, Negros Occidental. Thank you po, sir. Sana po manotice. God bless you po and your family. Thank you. Maraming salamat, Sir Albert. Itong si Meli Palo. Good evening, Donmar. I'm always watching you every day. God bless you and your family. Keep safe, everyone. Maraming salamat, ma'am, for always watching, Ma'am Meli. Tessie Pantua. Good morning, Donmar. Watching from Tabunok, Talisay City, Cebu. Ayan, maraming salamat sa mga kababayan natin dyan sa Cebu, especially sa Talisay City. Ma'am Tessie, hello! Sara Riva, pa-shout out by Donmar. Watching from Saudi Arabia. Ayan, sa mga kababayan natin sa Saudi Arabia. Ayan, Ma'am Sara, hello po sa inyo. Good morning. Magandang gabi po, Sir Donmar. Lagi kaming nanonood sa iyo diri sa Cebu City. Sabi ni Susanang Got. Susan Anggot. Susan Anggot ba? Okay, ayan, Ma'am Susan. Hello. So, maraming salamat ha sa inyong mga greetings. So, ayan, patuloy po tayong magbabasa sa inyong mga greetings araw-araw, okay? So, ngayon naman ay atin pong simulan. Itong si Ces Drilon na sobrang bias na news anchor na ito, na instead na irerespeto ninyo yung mga ini-invite ninyong mga lawyers dyan to interview, especially itong lawyer ni Senator Bato de la Rosa, kung hindi kayo sang-ayon sa sagot niya, hindi kayo wala kayong karapatan para pagdebatihan. Akala mo naman mga magagaling. Yung mga kadebate nyo, mga lawyers yan, kayo, sino ba kayo para idebate nyo yan? News anchor lang kayo? Hindi ko ini-small time ang mga news anchor ha, pero kung i-compare natin ang utak ng mga lawyers, kung atin pong pag-usapan ang batas natin sa Pilipinas o sa ICC man o kung ano man, ang layo ninyo sa kukote ninyo. Dito sa video na ito, ipapaliwanag natin gaano po kabayas itong si Ces Drilon. Okay? Ito, panoorin natin.
Sana po out of fairness, sana po tinatanong din natin, bakit hindi po kasuhan sa Pilipinas? Lahat po ng testigo nandito, lahat ng ebidensya nandito po. Bakit po hindi ba kasuhan dito instead of trying to short circuit?
Sino po ang gusto nyong tanungin namin out of fairness? Kung ba?
Di ba? The way siya magtanong, nanginginsulto na. Sino bang gusto ninyong tanungin namin? Bobo ka ba? News anchor ka? Alam mo kung sino? Di syempre yung gobyerno, sino man ang nanggigipit kay Bato, o di ang administrasyon, gago ka pala eh. Huwag ka na lang mag-invite dyan ng mga lawyers kung hindi mo alam yung mga ibig sabihin ni Jimmy Bundok.
Ng ebidensya nandito po. Bakit po hindi ba kasuhan dito instead of trying to short circuit?
Sino po ang gusto nyong tanungin namin out of fairness kung bakit hindi dito sa...
Hindi siya fair, sa totoo lang. Kasi nagpa-as if ka na hindi mo alam. Siyempre, tanungin mo yung bangag mong presidente. Di ba? Ang bias mo eh.
Pilipinas, ilitisin ang kaso. Sino po ang gusto nyong tanungin namin?
Sino namin? No, parang nagagalit pa. Have a respect naman, Sis Drilon. Ini-invite ninyo yung tao na yan. Kung hindi nyo nagustuhan ang kanyang argumento, huwag nyo naman ganyanin. Gago ka eh.
Gobyerno po. Ang gobyerno kasi po, this is the people of
It
the
has
Philippines.
been tried.
Hindi pa nga tapos siyang nagsalita para magpaliwanag pero nag-interrupt na siya. Huwag ka na lang mag-invite kung salita ka ng salita dyan. Di ba? Yun ang point ko. Huwag ka na lang magtanong ng kung ano-ano. Pagkatapos Tapos, sasagot na yung tinatanong mo, mag-i-interrupt ka lang pala. Give him time to speak, Sis Drilon. Gago ka eh.
Po ang gusto niyong tanungin namin?
Ang gobyerno kasi po, this is the people of
It
the
has been
Philippines
tried.
versus Bato.
Nag-interrupt.
Even the former Justice Secretary himself, Boying Remulla, who's now ombudsman,
Siyempre, Boying Remulla, hinhangaan mo pa si Boying Remulla na isa ring bias. Pareha lang kayo niyan.
he himself said, hindi po kaya ng gobyerno. This is why
Ang kanyang argumento dito ni Sis Drilon, hindi raw kaya ng gobyerno itong kaso ni Duterte at kaso ni Bato para litisin dito sa bansa natin. Hindi raw kaya. Anong hindi kaya? Bakit hindi kaya? Nandito naman ang okay, let us say for the sake of argument, nandito naman ang tinatawag din yung mga EJK victims. Nandito naman lahat yung mga ebidensya kuno na sinabi nila. Nandito naman nakatira si Bato sa Pilipinas at si Tatay Digong. Kung doon pa yan sa ICC natin litisin, mas mahihirapan pa tayo makakuha ng hustisya. Di ba? Dito na lahat na eh. Nandito na lahat. Sabihin mo lang, nangingiilangan kayo ng ICC kasi hindi kayo uubra dito kasi lahat ng bintang nila sa mga Duterte at kay Bato, lahat gawa-gawa. Yan ang katotohanan.
the victims have gone to the ICC for justice. Hindi ho kaya dito.
Anong hindi kaya dito? Bakit hindi kaya dito? Ano ang argument? Naniniwala ka rin kay Boying Remulla? Yun lang ang ano mo, dahil sinabi yan ni Boying Remulla, naniniwala ka naman? Grabe. Halatang bias ka eh. News anchor ka pa? Diyan? Huwag ka na lang mag-news anchor kung bias ka.
Bakit po? Nung isang araw po,
Meron
meron
ang tanong niya, bakit po?
Bakit
kaming
po akong
na-receive.
tatanungin?
Hindi.
Tinatawanan pa niya si Jimmy Bundok. Di ba? Halata na ano siya, para bang sarcasm, parang ipapahiya niya yung sagot ni Jimmy Bundok, parang ganun ba? At syempre kami, vloggers kami sa mga Duterte, talagang kakampihan namin si Jimmy Bundok because wala sa hulog yung line of questioning mo. Nagtatanong ka ngayon, tapos i-insultuhin mo ganyan, bakit kami tatanungin nyo? Hindi tinatanong ni Jimmy Bundok ikaw. Nag-wonder lang si Jimmy Bundok, bakit hindi nyo maiintindihan? Bakit po ba? Ano ang ibig sabihin ni Jimmy Bundok? Bakit po ba ang justice system natin dito hindi ba anong tawag diyan? Hindi ba nag-work? Nag-work naman eh. Yan ang point niya.
Meron po kaming
This is
na-receive
their
na
own
sa-
statement.
Yes, ma'am.
And
We
precisely
received
why
the-
there is an ICC.
Yes.
Oo niya. Hindi nyo naintindihan na hindi na tayo membro ng ICC. Halik pa rin kayo ng halik sa ICC.
I don't know why you are framing it as a
But we're not part
diminution
of the
of
ICC.
Philippine sovereignty.
We're
When
not a
this
part of
is,
the
we're
ICC,
talking
ma'am.
of the international community here. Hindi ho
Yes, we're
isang-
not part of the ICC, ma'am. I beg you to understand. We're not part of their own statute anymore. We withdrew and that was affirmed in the
Alam mo, Jimmy Bundok, hindi niya maiintindihan yan kasi hindi siya lawyer. And besides, bias siya. Sarado na ang isip niyan. Sa totoo lang.
Inan versus Cayetano case. With all due respect, ma'am,
yes,
says, no?
but
And-
the crimes, may I say,
No, imagine that one. Si Jimmy Bundok cannot explain kasi mag-i-interrupt siya eh. By the time Jimmy Bundok is getting to his point, babarahin niya kasi ayaw niya eh. Ayaw niya na masagot ni Jimmy Bundok yung tama. Ayaw niya. So babarahin niya ng babarahin. Kasi para sa kanya, tama siya. Okay? Ang tanong, bakit nyo ini-invite si Jimmy Bundok sa show ninyo kung sa tingin ninyo, hindi naman pala tama si Jimmy Bundok? Ini-invite nyo pa si Jimmy Bundok dyan na kayo lang pala ang tama? Alam niyo, sa totoo lang, wag na lang kayong mag-invite dyan. Magsalita, mag-vlogger na lang kayo. Tapos, lahat ng opinion nyo, yun na, sangayon kayo ng sangayon. Pakinggan mo ang side ni Jimmy Bundok. Pakinggan rin natin yung side ng mga, ika nga sabi na, mga EJK victims. Tapos, you have your opinion, but wala kang karapatan para i-invite ang taong yan tapos mag-disagree ka lang pala. Diba? Gumawa na lang kayo ng vlog o show nyo. Huwag kayong media. Kasi ang media, dapat gitna kayo.
Also,
ma'am.
attorney,
Yes,
that the crimes indicated were before we withdrew from the Rome Statute.
Yes, but there is a very long discussion about continued cooperation, but it is not part of continued cooperation, no,
No, mag-i-interrupt na naman yan.
to serve an ICC warrant. Kasi po,
Alam nyo, sa totoo lang, swerte ka, Ses Drilon, swerte ka na itong si Jimmy Bundok, mabait na tao yan. Swerte ka. Kung kaharap mo dito si Attorney Harry Roque at si Attorney Sal Panelo, patay ka. Insultuhin ka ng insultuhin.
kung let's assume arguendo na
Or si Alan Peter Cayetano yung tinanong mo dyan, good luck sa'yo.
nasa Rome Statute pa tayo, ma'am, ha? Let's assume, ha? Meron pong proseso sa Article 58 saka sa Article 59 ng Rome Statute kung paano po mag-serve ng warrant. At katulad po ng lahat ng batas, di ba may batas, ma'am, no? Kunyari RA, merong IRR, yung implementing rules. Sa
Opo,
ICC, meron
alam
din
ko
po.
po
Ma'am,
yun.
sandali lang.
Ay, nang interrupt na naman siya. Ayaw makinig eh. Ayaw niya makinig, na-interrupt na naman.
This is very important, ma'am. Meron pong batas na Rome Statute, meron din pong regulations of the court. And in the regulations of the court, 31 number 3, nakalagay po doon kung paano mag-serve ng ICC warrant, which they did not follow. And the key phrase there,
Actually guys, ang point ni Jimmy Bundok dito, wala namang problema kung ang ICC, kung miyembro pa tayo ng ICC before at na nangyari yung mga krimen na yan when we were still the members of the ICC. Pero itong ICC na ito, na gusto nilang bigyan ng warrant of arrest si Bato de la Rosa, yung direkta kang hulihin, parang may mali. Kasi, bigyan mo ng chance si Senator Bato to counter the ICC kung talaga bang may jurisdiction ng ICC dito sa Pilipinas. Okay? Hindi pa nga na-solve yan. Kasi, dadaan pa yan dito sa Pilipinas kung may karapatan ba na ang ICC hulihin si Bato. Okay? Ang ICC, hinayaan ng Administrasyong Marcos para to skip, to arrest Bato. Magrespeto naman kayo sa PTRC. Magrespeto naman kayo dito sa DFA. Magrespeto naman tayo dito sa Supreme Court ng Pilipinas. Kung papayagan ba kayong aresto, Pilipino yan. Mga dayuhan kayo. Hindi na kami miyembro sa inyo. Tapos, direkta kang manghuli. At alam nyo na grabe ang away politika dito sa Pilipinas. Itong ICC na ito, wala na ito sa hulog itong mga gagong ito. Ginawa na itong political weapon itong ICC. Sa totoo lang. Ginawa silang political weapon eh.
is personal service. Kailangan po may personal service upon the accused, which they did not do. What
Correct.
did they do? They brandished it on social media and on media without serving us. Humingi po si Senator Cayetano, humingi po kami bilang legal counsel.
Because
out
po
of
your
deference to the
client,
law.
and I'm sorry we're
We were
running
not
out of
served the
time, but I'd
warrant.
just like to point out because he was running
Yan. Siya talaga yung bida.
in the stairs.
Halatang bias ka, ma'am. Bias ka, ma'am. Sa totoo lang, mas malala ka pa kay Karen Davila. Ang lala mo, ma'am. Si Karen Davila, ano yan eh, kapag magtatanong yan si Karen Davila, hinahayaan niya yung kanyang ini-interview na sumagot ng sumagot. Maghihintay siya. Ikaw, mag-i-interrupt ka. Nakatapos ka ba ng journalism? Nasaan ang code of ethics ninyo bilang isang news anchor? Wala kang respeto?
And, even tripped. They were trying to serve the warrant on him.
No, they were not. They were not in possession of the warrant. Then they admitted that. In fact, Melvin,
Kasi magtatanong ka na wala kang alam, ang abogado, pinagtawanan ka, wala sa hulog yung question mo. Unang-una, mali yung question mo. Wala kang alam eh.
Patibag said to Cayetano that we will give it to you, and then sabi niya,
Tumatawa na lang siya kasi alam niya na wala siyang alam sa sinabi ni Jimmy Bondok. Tumatawa na lang siya. Tingnan yung mukha niya.
hindi sa Tuesday na lang, and then next time na lang, and then next time na lang. They did not serve as a warrant, no? So, until
okay, but if we'll be arguing till tomorrow. But just
No,
the
but
same,
that's very important to concede eh.
What is important is why Senator Bato left the supposed
Walang warrant of arrest. Di syempre, he has all the right na umalis sa Senado. Simple as that. Hindi nyo maiintindihan. Hindi nyo maintindihan kasi bingi kayo. Kasi bias kayo. Once bias ka, bingi ka. Bingi ka.
protective custody of the Senate to go missing. Yun po yung issue. Ba't hindi po niya harapin?
no, serve as the warrant.
Bakit hindi niya harapin? Wala namang sinabi si Bato na hindi niya haharapin. If you go all over the interviews of Bato, wala siyang sinabi niya, hindi ko haharapin. Haharapin ko ito kapag tama ang proseso. Yan ang sabi ni Bato. Ano ba kayo? Mag-research naman kayo.
Yun yung tanong po. Yun yung, in the end, the most important question.
Ewan ko sa'yo.
He
Bobo mo.
showed up to vote, to cast his vote for Senator Alan Peter Cayetano as president, who was behind our withdrawal
Swerte mo, babait yan si Jimmy Bondok.
from the Rome Statute. He was foreign secretary then, correct? And then to go missing after, it seems it's unbecoming, to say the least.
Unbecoming? Si Bato magpapahuli sa mga dayuhan, unbecoming? Wow! Sis Drilon, news anchor ka ba talaga? Pilipino ka? Wow! Unbecoming ang isang tao na ayaw magpaliti sa mga dayuhan? Bobo ka?
A little correction, it was the president, of course, President Duterte was
Of
the
course,
chief
sir,
architect.
pero
Siya yung nag-withdraw. Ngayon,
Wala ka na talagang makukuha sa mga news anchor na mga bias. Wala ka makuha dyan.
pagdating po
but
kay
we thank you
Senator
for your
Bato,
time. I'm sorry we don't.
Sumasagot pa yung tao tapos, thank you for your time. Ayaw mo kasing marinig ang kanyang sagot. Thank you for your time. Ang kakapal ng mukha nyo nang i-interview kayo tapos ngayon, kung sasagutin kayo, natalo kayo sa debate, parang ang init na ng ulo ninyo na ayaw nyong ipakontinue yung sagot niya. Weh! Weh!
One final explanation na lang po, kung pwedeng maikli na lamang.
Kayo yung nang i-invite dyan ni Jimmy Bondok tapos kayo yung kayo yung gadyan? Kakahiya naman kayo, ma'am?
well, we are just waiting for the government authorities to serve us a personal service po nung warrant. And also,
Paano
we
po
await...
kung wala na nga missing
One last question. Nag-i-interrupt ka na naman? Paano?
na nga si Senator? Paano isi-serve?
That is the purpose of the lawyers, ma'am. We are his legal counsel. Ma'am, I hope you don't ridicule us, ma'am. No, we're doing our best to
I'm
be
not. You're
earnest
saying
with
you want the government to personally serve, but
Yes.
he ran
You
away.
To us.
He ran away.
Abogado po kami. Abogado naman kami. Pwede naman po sa amin. Pwede
So
naman po.
that is what you want, to serve it to you,
Yes,
and then
yes,
ano pong gagawin
yes.
ninyo pag
Oh,
na-serve
eh,
na sa inyo?
Then we will follow
You'll produce
accordingly.
him? You will produce
Then-
your client.
Well, I can't assure that because I'm not Bato. But we will, of course,
News anchor ka lang. Wala kang karapatan para What will you do? What will you do? Sa kanila na yan.
definitely serve the warrant on
Sa totoo lang, sa code of ethics ng bilang news anchor, hindi to pwede. Hindi to pwede.
our client. Kasi po, ayaw nilang sundan yung sistema. They're
Okay,
not
so
following the law that they're invoking.
this is what you're saying. You are willing for the government to serve the warrant on the legal counsels, and you will do your utmost best to produce your client. Did I understand it
dadaan po
correctly?
sa proseso, no? Dadapan po sa proseso, sa PCTC and all that, alam po niyo yun. I'm sure you've heard all of that. Pag dumaan na po sa tamang proseso and competent judicial authority, then pwede na nating pag-usapan ang pag-appear ni Senator Bato.
Ay nako, Ses Drilon, bias na bias talaga. Yan ang isa sa mga reason bakit divided tayong mga Pilipino dito sa bansa natin. Because of this fake news media. Hindi ko sinabing fake news yung sinabi ni Ses Drilon na, pero nung una kasi, daming mga fake news na media because of their own biases. Kaya ngayon hindi natin mabiblame watak-watak yung tao kasi misinformed yung mga tao. Buti na lang merong mga vloggers na independent, no, na magpa-express sa kanilang own opinion. Okay? O ito naman, punta naman tayo dito sa damage control ng mga PNP chief at ito si DILG. Ito panoorin po natin kasi po ito, importante po ito.
Ballistics examination, those 44 fired cartridges came from four firearms. So meaning, meron tayong 4 na shooter. And this 4 shooter ay identified to be Montilla of the OSAA and Ledesma of the OSAA, and the warning shots made by Agent Francisco of the NBI.
They were
556 when
they were cover fire, not warning shots.
Okay.
Cover fire on retreat, yung 556. As you can see,
Hindi syempre kayo yung nag-investigate, hindi talagang bias rin kayo.
yung baril ni Charlie Dumlao
Montilla.
is identified. Yung kay Ledesma is identified. Police Major, retired Police Major Plaska was asked to appear today to the CIDG to turn over his firearms, but he refused to appear and gave an excuse. He was supposed to turn over his firearm so that we can run the ballistics, but he did not appear to the CIDG for the information.
So we have fully accounted the empty shells except for the 23 empty shells. Okay, yung 23 empty shells na yon ay fired from one firearm.
To take note, the discharge fragments from firearm numbers 1, 2, and 4 were accounted for. The 23 other bullets are not identified with any of the 3 guns presented. We asked General Plaska to appear to submit his firearm, but he did not appear.
Okay. Take note of the report, our report, the SOCO report, that the entry or there's no bullet hole going inside the Senate. Okay, next. Okay, so those were the records of investigation that we will be sending to the Department of Justice for their appreciation. And now,
There is one more video that occurred at 2:30 a.m. Amidst all the confusion. One more video, please. The last video. So we had been doing clearing up operations To clear that area took us several hours, but at approximately 2:30, please play the video.
Loading daw po.
Okay, it's loading. Give us 1 minute. Remember, please be reminded that General Bato de la Rosa was declared under protective custody of the Senate, as attested to by the Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano. That means they take full responsibility over his custody. Next. Give us 1 minute.
Todo sila todo sila pabango sa kanilang side. Okay? Na parang dinidiin pa nila ang mga taga-USAA sa Senado.
Ano yan eh? 20% savings. one last video before we end this.
One more?
Hindi niya lang Loading na ba? Ayun na. Okay? Hindi pa yan. The last video, please. The very last.
Last video, yung 2:30 a.m.
Yeah, 2:30 a.m.
2:30 a.m.
While we're fixing the video, would the Secretary take one question, please?
Okay, while waiting.
Okay, go ahead.
Secretary, nandito po kayo yan sa Malacanang with the Chief PNP, with the Secretary of
Mike.
Justice.
Ito na pala yung video. Ito na. Sandali lang This is the picture of the vehicle leaving a Fortuner that belongs to Senator Robin Hood Padilla. This is the picture of Bato during all the chaos. But the last video, the next video please. The last video. Next one. Next video please. Next, that is them getting away. Next video please. Next one.
Next slide.
Yung
Kung pagbibintangan ninyo si Bato na yung time ng putukan doon si Bato umalis sa Senado, parang nagkakamali sila. Wala silang ebidensya doon. Kasi there is a video na ipinakita yung attorney ni Bato na si Attorney Torion na tumingin pa si Senator Bato doon sa mga bullets. And that was already mga around 1 a.m. in the morning. Nandoon pa si Bato. So meaning to say, hindi po nangyari yung yung putukan, umalis si Bato. Pero dito sa claim nila, parang sinabi nila na si Bato, during the putukan, umalis si Bato. No, they are wrong. Merong video na kay Attorney Torion, nandoon pa si Senator Bato. Pagkatapos ng putukan, may video pa na nanonood si Bato doon sa mga bullets na ano.
Okay, we'll take questions first while we're waiting for the video.
Kasi sa mga dilawan at mga loyalista, kanilang naratibo dito, staged raw at scripted raw itong putukan para makaalis si Bato. Yan ang pinalabas nila ngayon eh.
Ivan Mayrina, GMA7.
Sec, nandito po kayo ngayon sa Malacanang. Have you reported all of this to the President and what were his instructions to you?
He is in knowledge of this already, but he has no instructions yet.
What's next? the Justice Secretary, sir? Ano hong susunod?
Yes, ang susunod nito, this afternoon, no, around lunchtime, I received a report already from the NBI, and I turned it over to the panel of prosecutors who will be conducting the investigation. Similarly, I believe after this, General Artates will be turning over the report to the Department of Justice, and in similar route, it will go to the panel, and it will all be evaluated. Nakita nyo naman mga kababayan ko, no, compelling yung facts that have been unearthed, but we still need to verify and validate, no. The DOJ will not take this as is, no. We will check on the timelines, we will check on the source of the videos and everything, kasi sa dulo nito kailangan yung katotohanan lang.
Liability, sir, based on what you have seen so far, compelling as you described it. Sino-sino ho ang mga posibleng managot dito?
We've identified, but I don't want to preclude yung panel natin, no? Pero medyo malawak, no? Ang tinitingnan nga ng panel natin, based on my order, is not only for the May 13 and May 14. Ang pinatitingnan natin, look at the totality of circumstances, which started May 11. So lahat ng timelines na yan, from May 11 to May 14, titingnan ng ating panel. As to the kung sino culprit, ayaw ko muna i-preempt, no? As to the type of cases that will be filed, again, I don't want to preempt my panel.
Sorry, sir, one last question on from my end. Ini-insist po ni Director Matibag ng NBI from the beginning, walang NBI agents sa Senado nung gabing yon. But there were in fact 29 agents, perhaps not in the Senate, but in the same building.
Just to clarify, it is the GSIS compound, and they were in the GSIS premises. They were asked by the GM Vic Veloso to secure the premises. So when he said that there was no NBI agent in the Senate, there was none. They never set foot inside the building. They were in the same complex, but not in the same area.
But it was an important bit of information, sir, that there was in fact an operation by the NBI in the GSIS building na magkaduto lang po.
Yes.
Duto lang ang pagitan sa Senado at GSIS.
Yes, they were there under the guidance of the GSIS to secure the GSIS premises.
Was it also to secure or to prevent Senator De La Rosa from perhaps going through that route?
No, the
GSIS?
the bigger worry really was the call for people power, and if there were anarchy and it spilled over to the next building. Oh, for those of you who have been to GSIS buildings, there are billions of pesos worth of artworks on display, and if a mob appeared there and occupied, the damage would have been incalculable towards the GSIS.
Are we prepared to make a conclusion that this was staged or not staged?
No, the only conclusion is that there was no attack to the Senate.
But as to if it was staged or not,
We cannot conclude that.
Next question, Marcela Lili, TV5.
Good afternoon. Sir, you mentioned that a day before the gunfire incident in the Senate, there was a security coordination meeting between OSAA and GSIS. Was na-inform ba yung OSAA that NBI will be there a day after the meeting?
You're going to have to ask them, but presumably, there had been a coordination meeting between security. OSAA Major General Plaska was present. The GSIS head of security Balba was present. So they were in coordination the day before.
But if the objective is to secure the artworks and prevent yung chaos due to possible people power, why did GSIS ask for assistance from NBI and not PNP?
PNP was already guarding the front of the building. We had approximately 1,000 plus. In this case, he thought it more prudent that the NBI secure the area according to their capacity. But there is no distinction. We are both law enforcement officials. But the PNP was outside the Senate building already. The NCRPO Chief Abirin was there present together with approximately 800 policemen, 1,300 policemen already. So as is, we were stretched thin of how many policemen there were. So ang kinuha niya ay NBI.
But sir, you also mentioned earlier that Aplaska did not appear nung tinawag siya ng CIDG. So what will be the next step? Paano natin makukuha yung details from OSAA, from Aplaska?
We'll be inviting again in another date for General Aplaska to appear. That is to finally identify the source of the 23 fired cartridges. Yun ang kailangan natin.
Sir, clarification lang. Yung sinabi po ninyo na 4 na individuals na nagpaputok ng baril, isa lang yung NBI. The rest are from OSAA.
Yes.
Okay. Secretary.
Hindi, teka muna. Nag-conclude ka na kaagad na 4 ang nagpaputok. What I'm saying is, the 44 fired cartridges were fired from 4 firearms.
Okay, 4 firearms.
Yes.
All right.
I'm also, if you want to take note of the video, upon retreat, there was no order to secure the Senate. Because normally, in a heat of the moment like that, your first order would be secure the premises. However, he went straight out, and then he went straight to the press, and then he reported. There was nobody, because when I arrived, there was nobody securing the exact moment or the exact place where the incident took place. Isn't it odd that in an exchange of gunfire and if your mandate is to secure the building, that after there was a gunfight, there was no perimeter security introduced into the area?
Secretary Vida,
Okay,
sir.
to add up about the physical evidence that were recovered, 44 cartridges, it came from 4 firearms. And to add up dun sa kung hindi pumunta about the subpoena issued to General Aplaska, of course, we have other means to identify kung sino yung pangatlo or pang-apat na still to be identified. Why? Because we have CCTVs. The CCTVs will clearly show who fired guns, and we have also testimonies from themselves also, saka mga ibang personalities present during the discharges of firearms.
Secretary Vida, can you enlighten us, kapag po sinabi na under custody ng Senate, ano po yung sakop nun?
Sa simpleng pagkakaintindi po namin, no, nung sinabing nasa protective custody nila, nasa kanila si Senator Bato. So, kaya pag wala na yung legal impediment to serve yung arrest warrant, di ba? Dapat pag hiningi sa kanila ng Department of Justice, ready dapat ang Senadong i-turn over si Senator Bato.
And kapag hindi po na i-turn over ng Senate si Senator Bato, what will happen?
Then that's something we need to decide at that moment, no? I don't want to preclude yung options, legal options sa Department of Justice and the entire executive department for that matter.
Next question.
Teka lang, may dadagdag lang ako. Tandaan nyo, no? Naghahanap pa kami ng ibang ebidensya. Very compelling, as I stated kanina. Yung pinakita sa atin yung report ni General Natrates at PNP. I commend them for that, no? Makakatulong ng malaki. Again, when I made the press briefing last Friday, I precisely asked for people to help us, no? To so that we shed light. At the end of the day, whether there was an attack, there was no attack, it's a conclusion. Depende kung ano yung pira-pirasong ebidensya. So ito ho yung mahalaga. Kung ano yung kahinat na nung titimbangin ho lahat ng panel natin.
Next question, Harley Balbuena, IBC 13.
My question is for Secretary Remulla, but PNP Chief can also answer. Sir, sabi po ni Sec. Remulla kanina, according to the testimony of Aplaska, he opened the door and asked, "Sino ka?" And shortly after, he fired 3 shots towards the vicinity of the NBI agent. So does that mean that there was an intent to cause injury? At hindi lang po warning shot yung ginawa ni Aplaska?
Okay. Kayo na ang makapag-conclude dyan kung ano ang implication. I have already submitted the pieces of evidence, still videos, still photographs as well as video, and it will be on the appreciation of our beloved Secretary of Justice or the committee to conclude and or make some kung anong mangyayari doon.
Okay, so yun po ang ano ha. Ang sa akin lang naman, no, kahit anong argumento nila na magmukha silang tama, in the first place, nakakadismaya na itong administrasyong Marcos na itong DILG Secretary, yung PNP, they are part of the administration because they serve by the pleasure of the President. So, kanong utos ng Presidente, susunod yan mga taong yan. So, i-generalize ko na lang na nakakadismaya itong administrasyon na ito kasi argumento sila ng argumento patungkol kay Senator Bato at nakakalimutan na nila ang pagiging Pilipino natin. Si Bato, grabe ang pinagdaanan yan. Sundalo yan before, police yan before. What do I mean by that? Grabe ang sakripisyo ni Bato sa bansang Pilipinas. Binuhos niya ang kanyang buhay, no? Buhis buhay po ang kanyang mga ginagawa para lang iserbisyo, no? Para magserbisyo para sa atin taong bayan. Tapos mas kinakampihan pa ngayon ng administrasyon itong mga dayuhan natin because of political motives. Nakakadismaya talaga. Nakakalungkot na meron tayong gobyerno na ganyan. Kaya nga sabi ko, lahat ng problema na ito, mawawala ito pagdating ni Vice President Sara na maging presidente siya sa 2028. Yun lang ang ating pinanghahawakan talaga dyan na sure tayo. Okay? So, sa mga audience ko dito sa Don Mar TV, give us your opinion. Babasahin natin yan sa comment section. Paki-like na lang, paki-share, no, sa mga nanonood. Sa mga hindi pa nakasubscribe, subscribe na po kayo para updated kayo. Libre ang mag-subscribe, walang bayad yan. So guys, thank you very much. See you in my next video. Have a great day, have a great night. God bless po sa ating lahat. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas and God save the Philippines. Bye-bye.